a share of this pie. And even Russia and US are involved over here. Russian private mercenaries, the former Wagner group, which is closely linked with Putin, which is linked with the Kremlin, is involved in the conflict. They have secured some mining licenses as well. There are American companies with close ties to American military defense and intelligence establishment who also have a vested interest. No wonder US is overseeing the truce deal. US is overseeing the truce which is being worked out, which means most likely America will benefit from this war. So you can draw your conclusions from this as to who might have benefited from this conflict, and that is something you should be aware of. So coming to the last topic for today, very small article but still very relevant for our prelims exam. On page 14, there is an article that refers to deep sea mining. Donald Trump has approved deep sea mining unilaterally. So what is deep sea mining? Why is it important? Can governments carry out deep sea mining on their own? Can they do that? Donald Trump has given an executive order that American companies can carry out deep sea mining in American waters and even beyond. But the question is, can you do that? Is there any international law which regulates international deep sea mining? Deep sea mining refers to mining in certain parts of the oceans which are declared as part of the global commons. Meaning it's a resource that belongs to entire mankind. No country owns the resource present here. These are areas present beyond your national jurisdiction, beyond your exclusive economic zone, in the high seas. This is defined under the UN clause, the UN Convention on Law of the Sea, that defines the maritime boundaries. So after your EEZ, a country's jurisdiction ends, the high seas, which are part of international waters, belongs to the global commons. Obviously, the resources present here is part of the global commons. No country can claim ownership over it. And also, even within your EEZ, certain mineral rights, when you are trying to explore certain mineral rights, you need to abide with the provisions of UN clause, keeping the environment in mind, keeping the sensitive marine ecosystem in mind. Of course, you have full economic rights within the EEZ, but beyond your EEZ, beyond your national
EEZ economic special होता था, SEZ होता था.
So if you want to carry out deep sea mining, because on the seabed there are some precious minerals present, to exploit those mineral resources, you need to take permission from an international authority called International Seabed Authority, which is established through the UN Convention on Law of the Sea. Now, President Trump has unilaterally issued an order that America will now start deep sea mining near the Hawaiian Islands, where large deposits of minerals are found, polymetallic nodules, polymetallic sulfides, cobalt nodules are found on the seabed. Sea mining is an emerging area of strategic geopolitical competition. China has already gained a huge leap ahead of other countries. It has pioneered deep sea exploration, and it is even setting itself up to start deep sea mining. It has run several experimental projects as well to explore the deep sea. India also is in this race. Now, can you find out?
आगे जाने देगा भाई, गजब घेर के चल रहा है.
We are working on a deep sea project to carry out a deep sea project. What is the name of this initiative? Please let me know in the comments. So right now there is a US versus China competition. So if Donald Trump ignores the UN clause provisions, if he breaks the international rules, violates the regulatory powers of International Seabed Authority, and unilaterally allows US companies to carry out deep sea mining, this will upset Beijing's control over deep sea mining research and exploration. That is what we are witnessing today. A breakdown of rules-based order. First it was China which was breaking down international rules. Now it is the US which is doing it deliberately. The US might benefit from this, right? Because billions of dollars of wealth would be found. I would like to show you the map as well. Please look at the map here, which depicts the deposits of minerals found on the seabed. From polymetallic nodules to polymetallic sulfides to cobalt-rich crust, ferromanganese crust. They are distributed in different parts of the high seas. Can you see the Clarion-Clipperton zone over here in the Pacific? This is the one located near the Hawaiian Islands, which the US is looking to mine and explore. It is very rich in the minerals, especially polymetallic nodules. Then near India as well, to the south of India, near Sri Lanka, Maldives, just a little below Sri Lanka, closer to Maldives, there is a zone which you can see here, which is rich in polymetallic nodules. India has won a license to carry out deep sea mining over here from the International Seabed Authority. We have got a license to mine polymetallic nodules. Recently, both India and Sri Lanka have applied for a license for mining cobalt-rich ferromanganese crusts in the same region. Now, can you find out what is this region? I'll not mention the name of this region. Can you find out the name of this region? There is a particular sea mound which has become a point of contention between India and Sri Lanka. Both India and Sri Lanka are competing for deep sea mining rights, and they have approached International Seabed Authority over this. So can you find out which is this region in the Indian Ocean which is rich in minerals present on the seabed? Now, coming to my last point for today, the International Seabed Authority was established in 1994 under the provisions of the UN Convention on Law of the Sea. So its main role is to regulate deep sea mining, to protect the mineral resources present in the high seas, which is part of the global commons, and issue licenses only to certain countries so that regulated deep sea mining can be carried out while protecting